What is going on, guys? It is your role model of the IWC and now the NFL Gamers Goon. And as you can see, we're in a hotel in the middle of Oregon. We made it out. Just gotta wait to get tested for the virus tomorrow, and then I'll be able to move in on Thursday. And as the time as you guys are watching this, it's actually Tuesday that I'm recording this, so the time you're watching this, I'm getting tested. But before we start, I would like to thank everybody for the well wishes, because if you didn't know already, I tweeted it out on Twitter. After I left, I found out that my dad did get the virus, and so did my stepmom. So thank you guys if you did. Pray for them. Thank you so much, actually. But let's get right into the NFL Week 3 predictions. Last week, I went 13 for 3 for a total of 116 points. That makes me 24 for 8 on the year. So if you want a correct prediction, come to me. That's simple. First, we got Thursday Night Football. We started off with the Dolphins and the Jaguars. The Dolphins will be traveling to Jacksonville. The 0-2 Dolphins versus the 1-1 Jaguars. The Dolphins, they lost 31-28 against the Bills last week, and the Jaguars lost 33-30 against the Titans. The Jaguars, they played a much tougher opponent last week, if you ask me. The Titans are a team that I'm going to be really afraid of this season. The Bills, I'm not going to say aren't a team that is in a similar boat because Josh Allen is good. That kid is good. I love Josh Allen. I also love Devin Singletary and Zach Moss, so they look really nice, but they're a much younger team. The Titans, they got the veterans there. They got Derrick Henry, who's been around. I think the Titans are poised to take that step that they weren't necessarily ready to take last year and get to the Super Bowl. So I'm not going to fault the Jaguars too much for that, but just this game, I got the Jaguars winning it. I got it 28-17. I got 8 confidence points on it. It should be a really simple game for the Jaguars as long as they don't mess up. The Dolphins, I'm going to be honest with you, they are probably not going to be doing very much this season. It's probably going to be another top 5, top 10 pick for the Dolphins, where next year they'll probably, and maybe even later this year, they're probably going to transition to Tua Tagovailoa. So I just really don't see Fitzmagic working for them. I just don't have them winning this game. That simple. Next, we got the Bears, my Bears, are actually traveling to Atlanta to face the Falcons. The teams on two opposite paths. We got a 2-0 Bears team versus a 0-2 Falcons team. The Falcons, the choke artist over here, gave up what should have been the easiest win of their. They led again by 20 points and they lost. Then they lost. Ridiculous. They were literally up by, I believe, 9 points in the final minute. They gave up a touchdown, and then they let them recover the onside kick. The Cowboys recovered an onside kick. Not a single Falcon even touched the ball. They just literally walked back and let them recover. And then the Cowboys won via field goal. So the Bears, they won 17-13 against the Giants. They almost choked. And the Falcons lost 40-39 against the Cowboys. And that was a bad loss for the Falcons. They should have easily won that game, and they just did not. But because they're the choke artist and because they're facing the Bears, I got the Bears winning 24-21. They're gonna choke once again. Our kicker, he ain't choking. He might have missed a field goal. He might have missed a field goal on Sunday, but he ain't missing the game winner against the Falcons this Sunday. I got 13 points on the Bears. Next, we got the Rams traveling to Buffalo to face the Bills. This is going to be a good game. Two 2-0 teams. Two teams that I think could be very good in the playoff run. But this Rams team, they're coming off of a 37-19 win against the Eagles. And the Bills team, they're coming off a 31-28 win against the Dolphins. I'm telling you right now, this Rams team is dangerous. This Rams team looks like the 2018 Rams team. This team looks like the team that went to the Super Bowl. This team looks like last year was a joke. This team's going to be good. This team's going to be a legit contender in the NFC. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Rams. The Bills, they've been a little slow. I think that they should be a playoff team still, but they need to pick it up. But at this time, the Rams, they're just looking great. I got the Rams winning this one 28-24. I got 7 confidence points on Sean McVay and company. Next, we got the Washington football team traveling to Cleveland to face the Browns. These are 2 1-1 teams facing off. 2 teams that had completely different weeks. The Washington football team lost 30-15 against the Cardinals last week, and the Browns ended up winning 35-30 against the Bengals. Now, this game should be interesting. I'm going to be honest with you. The Washington football team cannot keep up offensively with most teams, unless it's maybe a Jets or maybe whomever. One of the non-dynamic offenses, one of the offenses without the big players. Their defense, they can hang for a little bit. I was singing the praises of their defense, but Kyler Murray made me look like an idiot. Kyler Murray embarrassed that defense. I think we might come around the same thing with the Browns. We might. He has Baker Mayfield has Odell there. He has Jarvis Landry there. He has Austin Hooper there. They have the pieces to make this Washington football team look bad. And as much as I'm not a fan of the Browns, and as much as I really want to pick the Washington football team here, I got the Browns winning this one 27-24. They just ruined a lot of my confidence in the Washington football team last week when Kyler embarrassed them. I'm not saying Kyler's a bad quarterback. I just thought they'd be able to handle him. They can't handle him. And you got Baker, who is a similar quarterback. I'd say Kyler's probably better, but a similar quarterback and 2 threats in terms of receivers. I'm taking the Browns. I only got 1 confidence point on it, but I'm taking the Browns. Next, we got the Titans at the Vikings. They'll be traveling to Minnesota. Once again, 2 teams on completely different paths. We got the Titans 2-0 versus the 0-2 Vikings. The Titans won 33-30 this past week against the Jaguars, and the Vikings lost 28-11 against the Colts. Now, this is a no-brainer. Whatever people were sitting there at the beginning of the year saying that the Bears would be at the bottom of the division, there's 2 teams really trying to make you guys think that they're going to be terrible this year. The Vikings and the Lions. Both teams have looked terrible. A team that hasn't looked terrible this year, the Titans. The Titans, they're going to win this game. I have all the faith in the world that they're going to win this game. I got the Titans winning this one 31-17. I got 10 confidence points on the Titans. Just you know what? Just sit at the bottom of the NFC North, Vikings. We don't need to see you. Let the big boys, let the Bears and the Packers duel it out when we face each other. The 2 games that we're gonna have with the Packers are gonna determine who wins the NFC North. Let the little boys do the little boys game with the Lions and the Vikings. They can sit around and play with 3-13 or 4-12. Let the big boys come and play when we want to play. Next, we got the Raiders traveling to New England to face the Patriots, led by Cam Newton. And Cam Newton's looked absolutely amazing throughout 2 weeks. Can you believe that dude's on a minimum? That's ridiculous. The way he's playing, you'd think he's on a max contract. That dude is amazing. Now, I did not like the last play of the game against Seattle because I don't know why you'd run an option, but whatever. The 2-0 Raiders will be traveling to the 1-1 New England Patriots. The Raiders won 34-24 against the Saints. Now, that's a big win to hold your heads over, or to hold your hats up to. The Patriots, they lost 35-30 against the Seahawks, a very tough game on Sunday night. I'm going to be honest with you. This Raiders team, I did not expect to beat the Saints. I actually did not expect them to beat them by 10 points. Absolutely. There was no, if they were going to beat them, I thought it was going to be maybe a 24-21 situation. This Raiders team's legit. I'm not the biggest fan about how they went about it. I'm not the biggest fan of who they placed in what spots when they did, like getting Cleveland Farrell when they did, but you gotta hand it to Gruden. You gotta hand it to Gruden. He knows what he's doing. This might be their year. This might be their year where they make the playoffs. I hope it is. It's probably the last chance for Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr is a serviceable quarterback. And you're going up against Cam Newton, who has the star potential. It's a tough one for me to pick, but I got the Raiders winning 27-24. 6 confidence points on it. The Raiders, they have more momentum going into this game. I think they have more to play for. I'm going with the Las Vegas Raiders. Next, we got the 49ers traveling across the country to New York to face the Giants. These two teams are absolutely depleted, man. We got Nick Bosa with an ACL tear, Saquon Barkley with an ACL tear. Jimmy Garoppolo went down on Sunday. Solomon Thomas went down for the 49ers on Sunday. This game is gonna be interesting because some of the biggest players in this game are not gonna be playing. I hope everybody heals up quickly. It was a very bad week in terms of injuries. A lot of people around the league did get hurt. But this is a 1-1 49ers team that was okay this past week versus an 0-2 Giants team. The 49ers won 31-13 this past week against the Jets, which isn't that big of an accomplishment. And the Giants lost 17-13 against my Bears. They had a chance late, but they didn't win. The 49ers, honestly, all they really have to do in this game is pressure Danny Dimes because he's going to give you a fumble probably once or twice a game. All you got to do is pressure him. All you got to do is get to him. It's really that simple. It's really that simple if you're the 49ers. You got to get to him. You got to get to him. If you get to Danny Dimes, you win this game. I got the 49ers winning 30-14. I got 16 confidence points on it. The Giants, I don't see them winning without Saquon. Next, we had the Bengals traveling to Philadelphia to face the Eagles. These are two teams on the same path right now. Two 0-2 teams. One will not be 0-2 following next Sunday. But the Bengals are coming off a 35-30 loss against the Browns, and the Eagles are coming off a 37-19 loss against the Rams. The wise pick here would be to take the Eagles because the Eagles are probably one of the most hot and cold teams in all of football. They always do this where they're either hitting on all cylinders or they just can't do anything. But I'm going to bet on my boy. I'm going to bet on the quarterback that I said would be number one from week 1 of college football when I first saw him play, Joe Burrow. I got a gut, and my gut's telling me Joe Burrow's winning his first game as a Bengal this week. I got the Bengals winning 28-27, game-winning touchdown with under 30 seconds left. Joe Burrow delivers it to Tyler Boyd. I got 7 confidence points on this. Or my bad, 5 confidence points on this. Next, we got the Houston Texans traveling to Pittsburgh to face the Steelers. An 0-2 team traveling to the 2-0 Steelers. The Texans, they're coming off a loss 33-16 against the Ravens, a very tough opponent. The Steelers, they're coming off a win 26-21 against the Broncos. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really think this Steelers team is great. And I think this Texans team can still make a playoff run. But my conundrum comes here. The Texans have no momentum. The Steelers have all the momentum. The Steelers have been playing well enough so far. I think they're going to play well enough. Just one more time this week. I got them winning 27-21 against the Texans. I'm sorry, Deshaun Watson, but I got you guys losing. I got 9 confidence points. I'm sorry if you heard the people out in the hallway in the hotel. Next, we got the Jets traveling to Indianapolis to face the Colts. The 0-2 Jets will be traveling to the 1-1 Colts. The Jets, they are coming off a loss of 31-13 against the 49ers, and the Colts are coming off a victory against the Vikings 28-11. Like I said, the Jets, they're not going to be a competitive team this year. It's that simple. They're not. It's just not going to happen. As for the Colts, I think the Colts could be okay this year. I think they'll find a spot. It's going to be difficult without Marlon Mack, but Jonathan Taylor's looked good. You guys can work with that. Phillip Rivers, he's been there. He's done it. You can work with that. The Colts, they're winning this game 33-10. That's simple. 15 points on the Colts. Do me proud, Phillip Rivers. Next, we got the Panthers traveling to the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, this is very interesting because last week for the Chargers, we actually got to see a debut of a rookie quarterback. My rookie quarterback. I don't know if you can see it. Here, hold on. My rookie quarterback. But us out here in Oregon, we love our boy Justin Herbert. And you know what? I might even put on the mask. But we love our boy Justin Herbert out here in Oregon. We do. We got to see him against the Chiefs last week for the Chargers. He played a very good game. He kept it within 3 points. They went up to overtime against the Super Bowl defending Chiefs, one of the best teams in football. They lost 23-20. Justin Herbert had them this close to beating Patrick Mahomes. I know what Anthony Lynn said after the game, that if Tyrod Taylor's good, he's going to be their starter. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Tyrod Taylor, he's an interesting situation. I don't think he's a bad quarterback, but he's also not a great quarterback. He got the job done against the Bengals. Barely against the Bengals. Herbert came this close to beating the Chiefs. The defense looked great against the Chiefs also. But Herbert looked very, very good against the Chiefs. A team that, quite honestly, the Chargers had no business hanging around. They should have been blown out 35 to 50, or to some low number. 17, whatever. They should have been blown out. But why weren't they? Because of Herbert. Herbert brought some sort of energy to this team. Everybody was feeling it. This team was into it. The one person that wasn't feeling it was Mike Williams. I don't know what his game was. But we saw some beautiful catches from Mike Evans. Or not Mike Evans. Keenan Allen. It was a really good game. Hunter Henry had some good plays. Austin Eckler had some good plays. It was a beautiful game from the Chargers. It was a beautiful game. They shouldn't have hung around. So I'm telling you, Anthony Lynn, start the boy out of Oregon. You know why? Because he brings an energy to your team that Tyrod Taylor doesn't. He just doesn't. The Panthers, I think they're going to find themselves in a sticky situation. They're coming off a 31-17 loss against Brady's Bucks, and the Chargers obviously 23-20 loss against the Super Bowl defending Chiefs. I got the Chargers winning this one. I think Herbert's going to end up starting this one. I got them winning 30-14. Let's get that boy out of Oregon his first victory in the NFL. I got 12 confidence points. My bad. I'm reading the next one. 11 confidence points on the Chargers. Next, we got Tom Brady and his Buccaneers traveling to Denver. Now, Denver is an interesting city. I actually drove through. You cannot breathe in Denver, I swear. But he's traveling to Denver to play the Broncos. 1-1 versus a 0-2 Broncos. The Bucks coming off a 31-17 win against the Panthers, and the Broncos are coming off a 26-21 loss against the Steelers. The Broncos also are down some hands Drew Lock did go down this past week. He might or might not play this week. I'm not sure about his status, but I do know Cortland Sutton is done for the season. Also, another ACL tear that happened this past week. Heal up Cortland Sutton. It always sucks to see such a promising player get a big injury like that. So please heal up quickly. But the Broncos, their offensive status is in question. The Buccaneers, on the other hand, they have all the stars on offense. There's no reason they shouldn't win this game. I got the Buccaneers winning it 34-21. I got 12 confidence points on the Buccaneers. Then we got the Lions traveling to Arizona to play the Cardinals. Two teams on two separate paths. We got an 0-2 Lions team versus a 2-0 Cardinals team. The Lions, like I said, they look like bottom dwellers. They look like bottom dwellers. They suck. They're miserable. Matt Stafford is not good. That defense is not good. The Lions suck. That's simple. The Lions are coming off a 42-21 loss against the Packers. That's terrible. In the Cardinals, they're coming off a 30-15 win against the Washington football team. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought the Washington football team's defense could handle Kyler Murray and company. I was wrong. I'm not going to make the same mistake this week. There's no way that this Lions defense that gave up 21 points to the Bears offense in the fourth quarter. There's no way. There's no way that this Lions team can stop Kyler Murray. I got the Cardinals winning 38-17. I got 14 confidence points on the Arizona Cardinals. Next, we got the Cowboys traveling to Seattle to play the Seahawks. We got a 1-1 Cowboys team versus a 2-0 Seahawks team. The Cowboys are coming off a 40-39 win against the choke artist, the Atlanta Falcons. And the Seahawks are coming off a 35-30 win against the Patriots. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the Cowboys are going to be a great team because let's be quite honest with ourselves. They're the masters of underwhelming everybody. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that they had a great comeback against the Falcons because it's the Falcons. The Falcons, they've done this multiple times. I think the Cowboys are going to be I think they're going to be solid enough to keep things competitive here against the Seahawks, but I don't see a way of them beating the Seahawks. They barely beat the Falcons. Seahawks are a much different monster. I got the Seahawks winning 35-31. Only 2 confidence points on it, but I got the Seahawks. Next, we got a game I'm looking forward to. It should be a shootout. We got the Monday Night Football game. We got the Chiefs traveling to Baltimore to face them Ravens. Both teams are 2-0. Both teams are very dynamic offensively. Both teams can hang defensively. The Chiefs, they're coming off a 23-20 win against the Chargers, and the Ravens are coming off a 33-16 win against the Texans. This is the time for the Ravens to get their revenge. They weren't able to get it in the playoffs last year because guess what? They lost to the Titans. You know what that means this year? You know what? Let's get your revenge, Ravens. Go out, go beat the Chiefs. I got the Ravens winning this one 38-35. I only got 4 confidence points on it. But if the Chiefs are finding a way to struggle with the Chargers, there's no way that they can't struggle with the Ravens. I got the Ravens edging out the Chiefs here today. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the Week 3 NFL predictions. I will be back on Saturday. I'm not sure exactly about the time just yet. But I will be back Saturday for my Clash of Champions preview and predictions. And then right after Clash of Champions on Sunday, I will be going and filming the video right after and getting it out as soon as possible. But like I said, we're on a new schedule. We're in a new state. We're going to go into my dorm here on Thursday. So we're going to have to figure things out with my roommate. I actually met him instead of watching Raw last night because Raw sucked. I ended up watching Raw right before I went to bed, and I fell asleep after the first hour. It was terrible. I think I made the right decision in not watching Raw last night. But anyways, I'm going to get on out of here. Get this ready to be uploaded. You guys will be seeing this on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you guys are ready for that. But right now, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below telling me who you think is going to win in Week 3. Let me know. Let me see who you guys are fans of. Maybe you're the Buccaneers fan, and maybe you want to support Brady. I don't know. But just just tell me your guys' favorites. Tell me what you guys think's gonna happen in week 3, and hopefully week 3 won't be as injury prone as last week. We had a lot of people go down, so we never like saying any of that. But right now, it's been your role model of the IWC and now the NFL Gamers Goon, and I will be seeing you guys on Saturday.